Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another edition of Francis Dhun Uncensored. On today's live stream, we got a very special treat for you guys because we will be sitting down with memes on Bitcoin right here, right now, to answer any of your questions. So let's get on with the program. Francis Dhun Uncensored. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest here for you today. It is the main man himself, Memes on Bitcoin. For those of you who don't know who Memes on Bitcoin is, man, you're living under a rock, so let me give you a brief introduction. Memes on Bitcoin is one of the first, well, in my opinion, it is the first BRC-20 token, blue chip token that is, to go live on Bitcoin's network. He's also a sub 10,000 ordinal project. He is an OG in the space, and he's here with us live. Memes, how's it going, my broski?
Yo, how are you doing?
I'm buddy. I'm good.
Nice to be here, and welcome on.
Likewise, brother. It's really an honor to have you on here. During our last space, we had a really good conversation. We touched up on a number of different things. And bro, it's like from then till now, so much has happened. So much has happened. And the people want to know what's going on. So yeah, we got a lot to discuss here, bro. Everything's good. What's happening on your end with your ordinal project and such? Any updates there?
Yeah, last week were crazy, man. I mean, so many new followers on my Twitter and in my Discord the last days. I partnered up with some people and with some good communities, and we're going to rock the new project Pixel Meme soon. So I will tell you about that later. And also the meme token thing, it went crazy. And I still think we're just getting started with BRC-20 tokens. So yeah, let's talk about everything. And
I mean, we could discuss it right there, bro. I think like with BRC-20 tokens, man, it's like, you know, we first saw the initial hype, right? Everybody's coming in, everybody realized this new sort of protocol, you want to call it, and tokens are going up. But me, I gotta be very honest here. I feel like we're kind of like at a point right now that, okay, so why did this stop, right, memes? Why did this stop? The surge at least stopped a little bit, right? We're taking a little bit of a breather here. Why? Is it because of the transaction fees being too high? Is it because of people being front run and you're doing a mass inscription, you're losing like about $800, right? You know, for 100, right? Depending if you're using Unisat. Or is it because, things just calm down organically and we're waiting for the next thing to happen? I don't know. Just before you kind of like, answer there, I'll say that I feel as though I don't think it reached its ceiling, the BRCs, but like with Alex and other solutions, I'm not saying Alex is the, end all be solution, because at the end of the day, I still think people, want to trade for sats, right? The BRC for sats, not so much stable, but I still think it addresses and solves some problems right now, temporarily. But I feel as though, to really scale this, man, dude, we don't want to be fucking around with transfer inscriptions all the time. You know what I mean? I think it's a pain in the ass for most people to onboard here with the current, systematical way we have to go about doing things right now. So whatever comes in that fixes that, Alex is trying, but they got some, you could, say pros and cons about that too. But right now, I think we need something to kind of like, to give us better infrastructure, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when we had Ordinals for the first time, people were saying marketplaces would take months. But even after 2 weeks, the first marketplaces were popping up. And the same thing is happening now with BRC-20, People say that we are not ready to build on this protocol. But yeah, I've seen things now that are pretty solid. And what we will see for BRC-20 tokens in the next months, that will be great, Better marketplaces, better environment, better instructions. I mean, I think that the first huge spike in BRC-20 tokens was also because it was easier to mint than to sell. So what happened was you could easily mint tokens, but you have to discover how to sell it. So that can also be a reason that we see a little decline now. And now we see new people coming in, and there will be a lot of more people coming in the next days and weeks. Also, I think it's also it's going with spikes anyway, and with waves. we've seen the first wave. We maybe seen a small second wave, but
Yeah.
the next waves are going to be crazy.
I believe so too. I believe so too. I think you hit the mark right there, right? I feel as though, like, look, I keep on bringing this up, but I have to. You know, Ethereum, like DeFi summer that year was crazy, right? A lot of it was very bullish. Markets were green. We had those green dildos, right, on the graphs. Everything was popping off, right? But I truly believe, like, if you believe, and everybody else who's watching this in the live chat, or maybe you're watching the replay, let me know in the comment section. If you believe Bitcoin DeFi is a real thing, right? That, like, I am fully focused. My portfolio is focused around that. Every protocol, not every, but the serious protocols that are contributing towards Bitcoin DeFi, whether that's, you know, for me personally, and this is my next question to you though, is, you know, the BRC-20 tokens, I don't really want to mess with too many others out there other than the safe ones like the memes on Bitcoins, you know, the meme, Pepe, Ordi, etc., right? I feel safe there. But, like, you know, my next question, I guess, to you now, memes, is what do you think about these new tokens coming in? Now, look, I'm all for innovation. I'm all for, you know, creativity here. I'm contributing to, you know, Bitcoin in that regard, or the BRC-20 or ordinal, you know, sector. But there's a lot of people coming to market right now with the BRC-20 token saying that how they could do this, they could do that, right? Meaning that how, oh, they needed to know that the notion of BRC-20 tokens is possible now, so they're coming to market now to be a DeFi, you know, Bitcoin representative, whatever you want to call it. So my point is this: why did it take you for BRC-20 tokens to come out for you to announce that you're this Bitcoin DeFi person? You should have been doing that a long time ago, right? Kind of like, and this is where I give Alex their credit. Alex was always like that. That term was dubbed Bitcoin DeFi. They were using that for like months, like 6 months, almost a year. You know, so, you know, for someone like Alex, who's building a order book DEX, calling this Bitcoin DeFi well in advance before the notion of BRC-20 tokens, to me, I respect that, opposed to a BRC-20 token coming out saying, well, we could add, you know, we can make a DEX, a swap DEX here, liquidity pool. So you're just telling me that now because you found out about BRC-20 tokens? You should have been saying that fucking months ago. So what I'm trying to say is I'm very skeptical with these new tokens coming to market that are claiming to be Bitcoin DeFi, because they should have been screaming that a long time ago, not now.
Of course, but we've seen the same thing happening with Ethereum. Yeah, everything on financial or every project was like calling themselves decentralized new token with the best utility ever, and that's what's happening now on Bitcoin. And you know, when we compare Bitcoin to most of the other coins, the first advantage the most tokens had before was, yeah, we are better than Bitcoin, or we are faster than Bitcoin. And with BRC-20 tokens, this is not the case, right? It's not faster, it's not better, but it is on Bitcoin. It's on the biggest chain ever, and that's huge. And
Yeah.
people don't have to forget that this is all built on Bitcoin. But of course, be careful with the new tokens that are promising the best utility ever, because most of them are not going to do anything. But
Exactly.
yeah, of course, we need time, and there will be built on Bitcoin. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
maybe. Sorry.
no, go ahead. I'm listening to you. I was just going to piggyback off what you said there. You know, and I'll just chime in there. It's like, you know, memes, like all of these other blockchains only exist today. Why? Because Bitcoin, at least this is what we were led to believe, was incapable of doing these things. But now Bitcoin is actually showing us it could do those things. So are those blockchains, and I don't get me wrong, like we still have like some ways to go for it to get to where it needs to be. But and the other blockchains are more useful in terms of the speed, TPS and stuff like that. And I think Bitcoin will certainly get there. But Bitcoin is pretty much saying, well, you know, if you created those blockchains because I couldn't do it, and now you know I could do it, those blockchains are irrelevant, bro. Right?
Yeah,
If
it's
it
all
gets there.
coming home to Bitcoin. It's all coming home to Bitcoin, and we will see that happening now. You can check the floor prices of most Ethereum NFTs, and you see the declines happening. And yeah, of course, it's because of we had a huge bear market, but it's also because people have to admit that it's going to happen on Bitcoin, and it takes time to build things, but it's all coming home to Bitcoin. And yeah, we see that now. And if you don't admit it, you're going to be
You're gonna
too
miss out.
yeah you're going to be too late.
Yeah, if you don't want to swallow your pride, okay, well, you're gonna miss on potentially life-changing gains. That's how I believe. How I see it, and that's what I believe in. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me just share something here. Now we do have, guys like Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, looking at Bitcoin Ordinals for app development, says Michael Saylor. Right now, enterprises have weak security compared to Bitcoin. Just a couple lines here. MicroStrategy co-founder and executive chairman Michael Saylor said the company isn't just aware of Ordinals, it's interested in how the protocol that set Bitcoin's community abuzz could lead to software innovation. Goes on to say in an interview at Bitcoin 2023 or BRC-20 2023, in Miami, Saylor exclusively told Decrypt that the software firm is looking at Ordinals and assessing its potential in terms of application development. So that tells me a lot right there, coming from, obviously, we know Michael Saylor is this big Bitcoin maxi. But if he's open to the notion of innovation, of, improving on it, having these, DApps, decentralized applications, looks like, he's an entrepreneur, he's an opportunist, and, it seems like he's all for it. So will that open up the gates and, the psychology for these maxis to accept it? That remains to be seen. I don't know. I don't know if he has all that influence. Those guys are stubborn, and they got too much pride as well. And I wanted to share something else here, but like going back to where I was asking you there, memes, on like the actual, the current state of where the market is. I believe that the infrastructure that's going to be needed, man, like I even said this before, they need to incorporate some form of like Lightning Network or something, man. I don't know how that's going to work. And this is what I want to bring up to memes. If we really read that, and I know you did, you read it, you actually mentioned in the damn handbook as the Anon ape. Oh no, that was a tweet. As the Anon ape. But Domo also said this in the handbook. If you look at it right now, for BRC-20 standard, he was saying that how he believes there are better options. But I also believe right now this works. This is what the people want, and it's doing great right now. Now, he said something about Taro. I believe Taro is some sort of company or, I don't know what they are, organization, foundation on Lightning. And they have Lightning Labs, and I believe they just rebrand it's Taproot Assets. I think those guys, they're trying to make a splash here. And I believe things might, I don't know if it's going to fully migrate to Lightning, but Lightning has to have some play, some role in where we, how we scale the BRC-20s. That's what my hunch is. I don't know if you heard of Taproot Assets and Lightning Labs.
Yeah, absolutely. I just clicked on the link I had in my bookmarks about the Taproot Assets article on the Lightning website, and yeah, I think they are very busy with this, and I think the future will bring a lot of potential in combining the Taproot assets with the Ordinals, and also if there is something new coming better than Ordinals, then still the Ordinals are the first assets on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And they are still going to be the original and the OG tokens. So if there are going to be more assets on Lightning or whatever, then still I see a lot of value in the first tokens on Bitcoin and Ordinals.
Well, come on, bro. If we look at BRC-20s, look at the first set of tokens. Yours and the others did pretty well, and now they're revered as the blue chip. So a little bit of alpha right here. If Taproot Assets was to actually do this, and BRC-20s get migrated over there, yeah, I fully agree with what Meme says. First is first, right, Memes? First is first is what we say here. First is first, so that might be an opportunity for someone to look what Memes on Bitcoin did, how he made a name for himself, being revered as a blue chip crypto in the BRC-20 space. I fully agree with that. If this Taproot Assets thing does come to fruition, yeah, tokens, they're the first top 10 or whatever it is, top 5. Yeah, they're going to be a blue chip for sure. A little bit of alpha. They're in testnet. I think mainnet's around the corner, they said. You know what I mean? Who wants to be the next superstar in this industry? You know what I mean? That's what it is. Taproot fucking Assets. Deb, we do have Deb here, guys. Deb, do we have any questions whatsoever in the live chat as of now?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Before I go on to one of my favorite topics, and I'm sure you could relate to me, Memes. .sats domains, bro. When is that going to get its love? And we'll talk about that right after. But Dev, yeah, any questions?
Yeah, absolutely. There is MetaMask 0x that is already dropping 3 times the same question. He say, hey, meme on Bitcoin, can we have the whitelist for Pixel meme? Maybe you can make a clear picture of how to get whitelisted.
How bold.
Since it's
how bold. He asks.
Man, the Discord.
right to the point.
Yeah, the Discord of the meme Discord is exploding the last days, and everyone wants a whitelist of my new project. And yeah, I have to find the best collaborations because I want a fair distribution for everyone. So I'm finding out the best ways, and yeah, it's going pretty viral the last days, and I think it's going to be crazy. I can tell a small introduction about the project if you want.
Please, we would love to hear that.
Yeah, so there's going to be the next big thing in my memes Discord and my meme project is the Pixel Memes project. It's going to be a Ordinal collection with 9,999 supply. And yeah, it's going to be legendary, man. Absolutely. It's cool pixel art, huge supply, so everyone can join. And I think this is the perfect way to expand the meme community. And I know that that the BRC-20 thing and Ordinals thing, it's all about community, and that's what we are building now. And that's why we are doing collabs with the biggest projects like DGods, BTC Machine, the Bitcoin Frogs, and yeah, we will create the biggest meme community of the space here.
Sorry about that. No, sounds good, man. You're making big moves, dude. You're partnering with, like, this is what I was telling my guys too in the community is like, we're getting, people asking for partnerships, but I like to choose, I can't partner with anybody, but that's great to see, man. And I'm looking at your Twitter here. You got like 9,000 followers. Last time I saw, I think you're like at 2,500. You're growing. Your hard work is paying off. You're getting your notoriety. Like, people are recognizing you. That's good stuff, man. And to partner with those other top tier projects, I think you have some leverage as well. So good for you, man, and good for your community as well. Definitely, we're also a partner with Memes on Bitcoin, and any way we can facilitate or help you as well, let us know. I'll definitely mention it in a video as well about your new project, and I can see why people want to get their hands on some of that. You built a really good brand, bro. You really have. So kudos to you, man.
With you too.
Sorry about that. I had you on. I had your audio off by accident, Memes. If you could just repeat that. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I'm also very, very happy to have a collaboration with you and your project. So that's why I want to make an announcement for all listeners of the Such Hunters project. We're going to give away 50 whitelists for the Such Hunters Discord. So
nice.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't hear that,
thank you.
Memes on Bitcoin just says that how he will be giving us 50 whitelist spots, and you just saw people asking on how they could get it, and he's giving us the whitelist spots. We were the first actual partner with him, so he did remember us. Thank you so much, Memes. Appreciate that. The community is gonna absolutely love that, and yeah, we can't thank you enough. So 50 whitelist spots. When could that take place? I guess when are you gonna go with the mint or the distribution rather?
Yeah, I think the whitelist, the thing can happening tomorrow on your Discord, maybe.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get that going for sure. Sounds good, guys.
So,
yeah. Big news.
So this week and probably the first part of the next week is about finding new collabs, and then I will announce the mint details and everything. So yeah.
When did you partner with the frogs? I call them the frogs. When did you partner with the frogs?
Actually, it was kind of funny because 4 weeks ago or something, I was in DM with Bitcoin Frogs, and he was. I was asking, "Do you want to collab?" And no response for a day, and then he answered with, "We don't do collabs currently." And then after 2 weeks or something, I got a message. Sorry, I faded you. I didn't have to play BRC-20. We have to do the collab.
Yeah. That's so funny, bro.
So we are in talk with Bitcoin Frogs for an also a small extra collection called Meme Frogs.
Hmm.
But that's just a very very rare collection, just
Like
like
10?
the meme machines we did. So maybe 10 supply or something, but we have to discuss the details. And also because we had the talks about the collab, I also decided that the Bitcoin frogs were welcome in our Discord for whitelisting for the new Pixel meme project.
Sweet. Good stuff. You guys heard it first right here on Francis Dhun Uncensored. 50 whitelist spots for Memes on Bitcoin's new project to the Sats Hunters community members. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Memes, just to kind of like switch it up, or are we done with the announcement?
Yes, right. Absolutely.
Guys, big stuff. Listen, go on to check out his Twitter. It's blowing up. His Discord too is growing. He's getting the recognition that he deserves, and good for him, man. Good for him. So I wanted to share this here. This little screen here. Let me just take off this ticker. There we go. So this is what I was trying to allude to as well, right? I was doing a little bit of research yesterday, and memes. It's like kind of like what my brain is telling me. I kind of like put these thoughts in my brain, and I start to research it. And as I start to research it, more times out of 10 this happens, right? So this is a guy, PayPal's former president, David Marcus, has showcased his enthusiasm about blockchain technology, stating that he will spend. Okay, so let me just break this down for you. So this is the dude that how, do you guys remember when Facebook was making their stable coin some years ago and they were represented by this guy in court with the glasses on and the suit, whatever? Well, that's who this guy is here. And what he's saying here is PayPal's former president, okay? He pretty much says somewhere right here, Justin, former PayPal president, I've decided to dedicate the rest of my life in building on Bitcoin and specifically on Lightning, okay? Okay, guys, so why is that like just groundbreaking to me? I'll tell you why. That's extremely groundbreaking because you got a guy that came from the most centralized crypto, if it ever would have happened, Diem, the thing they were making stable coins. And I believe it was like the nodes was going to be operated by like fucking Visa, MasterCard, and all these like centralized conglomerates that's in the financial payments business, right? So that was going to be the people, the council they called them, I believe. This is the same guy who now says when he got shut down by the government because the government revered Facebook as a competitor. Why? Because they're issuing a stable coin to the world. Who's Facebook's clientele? It's the fucking world. So to the governments of the world, that's a problem because they're issuing the dollar. But my point is this. When you see a guy like this that was going to build the most centralized blockchain with Facebook, now saying that he's going to build and dedicate his life to Lightning, what does that tell me? He realizes that if he does it there or on Bitcoin or something, it can never be taken down. Because Bitcoin's not security, right? This is what they said it was. So he went from a centralized guy to this most decentralized guy. Why? Because the centralized entities shut him down, right? To build Facebook. So now the smart money guys, this is why I bring up Lightning. I'm seeing, and there was another dude talking about, I forget who, like all of the smart money memes, like the rich dudes, like businessmen, like Micheal Saylor talking about Lightning Network. We're talking about what's the guy for Strike? Jack Mahler or whatever. He's there. Now this dude, all the head honchos who have money, who has a proven business track record, is going there. So I got my eyes on Lightning Network, bro. That's what I got to say about that. Do we have a question, Dev?
Yes, we do have a question. Yeah, I'm here. There is Bernard Macarius. He say, will ordinals and memes drive institutional investor away from Bitcoin?
Well, if I could answer that, I don't know if I could answer that. I'll say this. All of them motherfuckers were coming on for Ethereum NFTs when that was blowing up.
Some people forget that Bitcoin started as a meme coin. Bitcoin itself is sort of a meme coin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And meme coins will always be part of Bitcoin.
Absolutely. Pepe goes way back. Pepe goes way back too, right? I think it was like in, Counterparty days they were talking about. That was being traded in 2015 or 16 or something, right? Yeah. I think they said something about 2013 too. Absolutely. So
I truly believe in the next bull market, or in the bull market we are maybe starting now or seeing in summer or next year. I think meme season will be bigger than ever.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, if this is what I could do,
this year already, we've seen the biggest meme tokens, crazy volumes. We've seen it Check CoinMarketCap. You see fucking meme coins everywhere.
Oh yeah, bro. Exactly. They're just listing it now, right? They have to, man.
Absolutely.
This is what people don't understand, right? Memes. The exchanges don't dictate the market. They have to support the market. It's the people in the market that dictates the market. How do you think BRC-20s blew up? Because everybody agreed that there was something here that's valuable. So money start flowing in. And what does exchanges have to do, memes? They got no fucking choice but to support it and list it. Because they're going to miss out, like what you said. If you want to fade it, go ahead, but you're going to miss out on money, right? That's what you said. Same is true for these exchanges.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That's also the same with Alex. They are going to fade the first coins, Ordi or Peppy or me.
Yeah.
Now they want to list it, but people, they need time to deposit and everything, and they want to list it. But they recognize that they can't do it without the first coins.
It's true. It's true. And to your point, you already just mentioned it, though. They are allowing it now organically, or allowing people to list them. So they should have done that from the get-go. I totally agree. And I already told you what I think about Alex. I truly believe right now, Alex, like, you know, there's options out there, memes, and I'm all for options, right? Some people might like it, some people may not, but at least, you know, you have that option to opt into it if you want. So, you know, as I said, man, I would love to see BRC-20 for sats, you know, not stable coin. That's my only thing with them for the most part. And somebody was asking me too, how does that mechanism work? Because they saw my video I made how to deposit there. Yes, there's sometimes.
I know that they wanted themselves too, right? We all wanted to raise a good layer 1 marketplace. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
And it's coming anyway. It's coming.
What's your take on those guys there? That I think it was your account, memes. It was a Bitcoin swap dex, I think. Did you not partner, but you guys?
Yeah, I know. I was too busy last days to try it or to check it. Cool. And also, I think it's very important to be careful with new platforms. So just if you want to try it with a few bucks and just try it. If you can swap something, and if it's working, then it's working, you know. But be careful with new projects. I mean, that there are also like exchanges with huge names behind it, doxed people that will bring better exchanges than the current ones. So yeah, there's no hurry to sell. I mean, people are asking for marketplaces every fucking day, but I don't. And I know it's marketplaces, but I don't want to sell my tokens.
I know, bro. They get what they want. Now they got another fucking problem.
Don't worry, because I'm not selling my meme tokens.
I know, buddy. I have quite a lot of my memes still. Obviously I did sell some, but I got quite a lot of that still. Okay, memes. Let's talk about these .sats domains, which I think are gonna get you know, I think they're next in line. I think they're due. As a matter of fact, they might be overdue. So I just wanted to share my screen here for a second, if you don't mind, so we could give the viewers some perspective. So guys, who are we looking at right here? So obviously this is Micheal Saylor's Twitter account, right? And when we look at Micheal Saylor's, you know, on the top of his bio, he has hope.com, okay? But look what he has, Micheal.com. When you go to Micheal.com, who the fuck is it? It's Micheal Saylor himself, okay? And it even has, if you guys could see this, it's like a little Bitcoin logo on the tab, okay? So just think about that for a second. People value domain names. People value them, especially guys, you know, like the likes of Micheal Saylor. You know, their digital property rights, they're all about that, and they want to get these domain names, okay? So we see he owns Micheal.com. Okay, great. Also hope.com. I just want to show the people this as well, meme. So this was a sale that took place recently. I think this was like about 2-3 days ago, May 19th. Okay, 0.389 Bitcoin. So BTC.sats just sold for 0.389 Bitcoin. Okay, guys. Okay, that's another that we're talking about .sats domains. Bitcoin, so BTC.sats. That's sold. That's for about roughly $10,000, maybe a bit more. Okay, so so we see the interest. We see that people actually like to buy these things, Micheal.com. Okay, then we see a sale for something like BTC.sats. Okay, well, what else do we got? Let's look at the history here. We look at .eth domains. I'm sure you all are familiar with that. On Twitter, you might see some people with .eth .btc, etc. So Paradigm.eth sold for $1.5 million roughly. Okay? 000.eth, 321K. Deepak.eth, 224K. Our Indian guy be buying that up. He be banking some serious coin. He must be a subscriber to the channel. Okay, we got 555.eth, right? Etc., etc. So these are the top 10 that sold, and I believe this was around 2021. Okay? Yeah, this was in 2021. The date was somewhere here. But the reason why the date's important, okay, and this is just a publication of this, or maybe this was the 14th, yeah. Okay, so this was on the 14th. But my point is, I feel as though the way BRC-20 came about, the way Ordinals came about, was in the middle of a bear market, and it wasn't the most bullish time to introduce this protocol to the world, right? Not the best time. However, doesn't mean hustlers like ourselves and the viewers who are watching weren't well in the thick of things. But, you know, these prices, you know, like, look, man, if .eth domains are going up that high, we're talking about .sats. We're talking about the ultimate, the top of the top. It will get there at some point, in my humbled opinion. Let people just get more educated, more aware of this, and to take it from there. And, you know, if we look, this is my personal, you know, the crypto lifestyle. This is my personal, one of my higher wallets. And I was hunting, man, a long time ago, right? Under 200K sats, as you guys can see. This is that Leha girl. You guys probably see her as this, like, Andrew Tate cheerleader now, and she was like a Bitcoin girl. I got her shit. We got Taproot.sats. This is Taproot right here, right? Taproot.sats. I like that. A bunch of others, like this is what? I think this is what? Cointelegraph or some shit? CoinDesk. I got theirs, right? Publications. You know, those guys are the ones who are more willing to buy. You know, and right here, this is the Micheal one, I believe, that I got. Micheal Saylor. So I actually have Micheal Saylor. I did have Micheal, you know, memes, and it was reflecting at the time that I owned it. This was in the earlier stages, right? Obviously, we're at 178,000, and I think it was Unisat System was telling me I own Micheal, but when I scanned it, like, you know, recently, there's some other new dude that inscribed before me, so it is what it is, but that would have been worth a lot of money. But I'm showing people this for a good reason, right? And look, we got more over here. I just got a shit ton, bro. But remember, I already scanned these knowing that nobody didn't inscribe them before me. Okay, but again, the reason why I show this is because I was just on a hunch, and I got a bunch of these guys here too, but I was just on a hunch, and I was like, you know what? If this comes to fruition, I know I'm ready. I'm locked, I'm loaded, I'm ready to fire away. And memes, I'm seeing this build up. I'm really seeing this start to build now with those sales that we just showed and such. So, what's your take on these .sats domains? What's going to happen with the marketplace, and you think it's going to take off?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the next big thing in Ordinals, and the funny thing, it's not the next maybe because it was earlier than BRC-20 tokens. It was pretty. In the sub 10K Ordinals there are maybe some. Oh no, not the sub 10K I think, but sub 200K. The first .sats showed up, and I think we are at 150,000 .sats names now. So yeah, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
And I've seen 02 .sats sold for $14,000.
What was the name?
Yeah.
02?
02 .sats.
Interesting.
So I think we were seeing the same thing as with Ethereum domains. But the thing is, this is even more decentralized, and you don't have to pay each month or each year.
Exactly.
It's forever, you know.
Yeah.
You just register a .sats name, and you have it forever.
Exactly.
And that's so cool.
A lot of people are asking if you want to take this, you can .btc. What's the difference between .btc and .sats? They're thinking BTC is, you know, Bitcoin's chain.
Yeah, I think it's very confusing.
No, that's on Stacks. That's Stacks.
Yeah, it's on Stacks, and it's also confusing that people are going to inscribe .btc on Ordinals too. And yeah, I think the market already decided that Sats is going to be the domain thing on Bitcoin.
Let me tell everybody right here a true story, okay? This is a true story, so listen up. So my software operator who controls our inscription tool, he actually owns Jack Levin .sats. Okay, and Jack Levin, he made a tweet, and I think he tagged Jack Levin. He says, "Hey Jack, I got something that belongs to you, dude." The next day, Jack Levin DMs him and says, "Hey, I'm interested." Swear to God, I can show you guys the screenshots. Jack Levin's like, I'm interested. He's like, how much do you want? He goes, how much do you want for it or something, right? My guy asked, just to feel him out, what he was saying, right? And he's like, nothing. I want it for free. And what I would do is I'll retweet it that you gave it to me for free. I said, Thomas, if you do that, you are setting the standard for these guys to have the fucking leverage over the people who own the .sat. So fuck that. You know what you do? You go and you post that shit, and then you see if someone buys and let him FOMO into it. That's what you do. Don't give that shit, bro. Well, certain people I would like call me, like, again, I can show you my .sats domains. I got the president of El Salvador, Bukele. I feel bad. I'll probably give it to him. I kind of feel bad about Micheal Saylor a little bit, kind of, not really, a little bit, but I do feel bad for Bukele.
The funny thing is, I have the shorter name, Bukele. That's us.
You got Bukele, eh? Oh, shit. Bukele, what a guy. Depends on which one he values more. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's
how about this? We put it in a package and we sell it to him as a combo for cheaper.
Yeah, perfect. We have to do that.
We'll do something like that for sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are asking too.
This morning, I was added to a group on Twitter, Sat's name group, and they were posting a link that Magic Eden added a collection for that Sat's name. And after an hour or something, the link didn't work anymore. But I know they're busy with it, so they just want to be 100% sure that the domains they are have on Magic Eden, that they are legit, because I know there are people who are working on a way to prevent fraud. That is happening now. So be careful if you use Ordinals wallet, because there are some like weird characters sometimes in the domain names. So don't get wrecked with that one.
I was trying. I actually saw that same tweet, and I was trying to look for that section here for the stream, and I couldn't find it on Magic Eden. But I did see the screenshot. I think it was from your community member. I believe he is the Shilling Pixels.
Yeah.
I believe it was from him. I saw that as well. Yeah, but I don't see it here now.
Afterwards, he deleted the tweet because the link was not working anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. But they're
busy with it, and that's a good sign, you know. And OrdSwap was adding the .sats category. So
yeah, OrdSwap.
A week ago, I was posting in my alpha channel in Discord. I have an alpha channel in the meme Discord when you're a meme holder.
Yeah.
And I was posting, I think, a huge post about .sats names. And the days after, we've seen some huge sales. And I think, in the next weeks or months, the money from, the hype money that went into the JPEGs is also going to move to .sats domains.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I think when Ordinals first started, obviously it was about the art, right? Cool. And then from there, it was the .sats domains, and like in terms of like the amount of transactions on Bitcoin, right, was based off of the ordinal art. And then when we found out we could do .sats domains, that took over the transactions. And then we found out we could do BRC-20s, that took over the transactions. But when you look at all those three categories, when you look at the marketplaces, they were catered for already, right? Excluding .sats. So this is why a lot of us, the early adopters and subscribers, believe that .sats is next in line to pretty much pop, I think, you know, to get some sales going on. And now, also, names I want to mention, we have a lot of the people that didn't get into BRC-20s that early, or maybe Ordinals that early, and then they see an opportunity with .sats, and they're going to come and buy that as well, and they're promoting that too. So, you know, that's also going to bode well for us earlier, guys.
Speaking of... Sorry for the interruption, but already that we are rolling for the SAT domain, I have a question from Neomeister. I have a question about .sat domain. What is the best strategy for finding ideas for .sat domain to snap it up?
Okay. Memes, you could, if you want, you could answer after or first. It's up to you. Would you like to go first?
First thing you have to do is join the SATs names Discord. I think if you find, if you search for it on Twitter, you will find it. Maybe you can share the link or whatever. But yeah, people have to join it, the SATs names, because there are the people that already bought names and they can help you. It's very important to find people that can help you because they already inscribed or bought or sold .sats domains.
Exactly. What I would say though is this, right? If you really want to look for one, there's different ways to go about doing this, right? Like people like short .sats names, people like personal .sats names, people like customizable one, people like branded ones. So if you look at insurance.com, I think that's the most expensive or valuable, depending how you look at it, domain in the world. You know, but I would say you definitely got to make sure it's not inscribed first too, right? So use your Unisat tool where you could scan for these various .sats domain names to see if they're still available, right? I've actually made a video on this. We made a video on this like 3 months ago, right? When the .sats, before BRCs, we made this video. So you should check that out. Thomas isn't here. Dev, if you could find it, drop that in the live chat because we went over all of this. That's the first thing you do, I would say. Yep. And then the second thing is you really want to target one that you think might have the most chance of selling or whatever your plan is. So what I was doing, I got eToro as well. They got money. They're an exchange. I got that scam. I call them a scam because BitBoy's fucking shilling it. It's called Bidjet Exchange. It's probably a scam, another centralized fuckery with like FTX. You know, so I was targeting these, you know, let's call it, businesses in the Bitcoin sector, the crypto sector that I know have money. And if this blows up, they're more likely inclined to buy. I also targeted some Bitcoin maxis. There's a guy called, you guys ever heard of Mike Novogratz? About his shit. I just heard about him that day when I was searching Bitcoin maxis, right? Those guys got money. Would they be for it? I don't know, but at least I got it. I got Cointelegraph. So those are the things you should probably gauge, right, that you want to target, but make sure they're available first, or else you're pretty much wasting your Bitcoin. And you do that by going to Unisat scan tool, for sure. That's a really good advice there, Memes. What else we got there, Dev? I think I saw another question here.
Yes, so to stay on the topic, well, it was another question about what is the best marketplace, but you know, the answer here is they're working on. And as we could see on the Magic Eden, they pop it in, put a bit out, so they look like that they're working on. So we can give a clear answer where is the best marketplace.
Yeah, that actually was one of my questions, to be honest. You know, I haven't sold any, but I know Ordinals wallet, but Memes did say be careful over there. There's some issues happening there with you know, screening the actual .sats domains if it's legit or not. Magic Eden might be a go-to, right?
Yeah, and I heard, I didn't check, but I heard that OrdSwap can filter on domains without weird characters. I think we need that at first, you know.
Bro, that is
only
big.
domains with numbers and letters and no bullshit.
No, that is huge, bro. No, that is absolutely massive.
I think there is going to be a marketplace, especially for .sats domains soon. I mean, of course, it's good that it's an Ordinals wallet, and it's also good if Magic Eden is busy with it. But we need a focused website on .sats names where you can filter on digits, on letters, on brands, on animals, on emojis, whatever.
Yeah.
We need a huge marketplace for that.
Dude, let's just kickstart. Like, that's what I tell people. I don't wait for the bull run to happen. I create my own bull run. So we're not going to wait for the .sats market to create itself. We're going to create it. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like we just post the fucking thing on Twitter, Micheal Saylor, and then this is what I'm selling it for. What's your price? And then interested, you know, onlookers will come and bid on it as well. You know what I mean? This is what it takes sometimes. You have to advertise it, right? You have to talk about it. You have to explain it. You have to put it out there. So, you know, why wait for it to take off when we could, you know, make it take off on our own? That's how I look at it.
I think we will see waves like the BRC-20 tokens in .sats as well. Maybe this year, maybe this month, the next week, there is going to be a sale for 50,000, and then maybe 2 weeks, not anymore. And then afterwards, we will see a new wave coming in, and there will be a new all-time high for a .sats domain. So.
110%. 110%. We have a viewer here that says, where is he? Bernard says, where is it? I lost it, but he's like, you gave me Superman.sats. Superman's like an influencer. Oh yeah, I was targeting influencers as well. I got BitBoy cryptos as well. But I gave that to him. So hopefully you could, you know, make some money off that. And
we actually inscribed it live, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. We inscribed it live too. Yeah, we did the .sats domains live. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I got a question from Ryan Yan. Is about this .sat domain. How those domains work? they free name also offering .sat domain. There will be duplicate name. So probably is asking also how to verify if the .name is not a duplicate one and you're actually holding the legit one.
I can answer that, or anyone. So essentially, when you go to Unisat, okay, let me just show you actually. Okay, so we're at Unisat, and let us go to search .sats, and okay, I don't know. Let's put anything in there. Let's put I don't know, freaking. What should I put in? Anybody? Let's put Satoshi. Right? Whatever you wanted to go after for .sats domains, first thing you need to do is come here and do this. You see this here? There was a Satoshi.sat, Satoshi. There are so many Satoshi.sats, but like what memes on Bitcoin and myself always says, first is first. And whoever did it first will have this green check mark, right? So for the person who asked that question, as you can see here, this is 162,000 inscription. It has the green check mark. This is 175,000 inscription. This is 175,976. So the number gets higher and higher, meaning they're late. So the person who did it first with the green check mark is the owner of that particular domain. Let's put something else in there. I don't know. Nakamoto. I spelled it right. Okay, so I probably spelled that wrong. And this is when you know if something.
Yeah, 1T.
1T, right? But no, that's another good example. But that's another good example because that's a good example to show you if it is available, right? So that's how you know something is available if you don't see anything, right? But since I spelled Nakamoto right now, you can see the green check mark there. It's the earliest inscription. The number gets higher, 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 higher. So that's how you do that. Hope that makes sense.
So probably the next thing for the marketplaces is actually be able to detect the one that they are legit and one not, to actually, expose the one that they are fake, so they will not, customers will not buy the actual ones that they are the second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, and this is the beautiful thing, right? When you have a new emerging market, there's opportunity. There's opportunity for guys like us, and there's also opportunity for, these builders to come in here and lay the framework for this, to make a name for themselves, to contribute, and everything flourishes. So, that's fine. That's fine. This is creating jobs. You know what I mean? It's essentially like creating jobs. When you have a new sector in the legacy world, it creates jobs, and it's good for everyone in that system, I guess. But I get the fuck out of that system. I'm here.
And the funny thing is, so many people, so many good developers went to like Ethereum or other tokens because there was like a statement or whatever. Bitcoin is a store of value and it's not for developing, so just keep it this way. And now we see the movement back to Bitcoin, and the best developers of the world going back to Bitcoin, building things.
Yeah.
Like you said, there are more and more jobs for building on Bitcoin, and yeah, I love that so much.
It's true, and this is what I said in a tweet. I said, look, I felt sorry for the Bitcoin developers over the course of the last 10 years or 6 years because they didn't have any work. And they're so skilled, they didn't have any work to build on Bitcoin because there's none to build. And what they had to do was go to an agency, look for a second career job, working in the construction site, being a skilled-ass Bitcoin developer, while Ethereum developers are getting paid all kinds of money, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, millions maybe in some cases, and other guys on a Solana developers getting paid. But where it all began, those dudes aren't getting any love up until Taproot and Segwit. Segwit and Taproot together makes this happen. So, you know what I mean? I'm happy about that. And I'm rejoicing for that because those dudes deserve it more than anyone, and to know that they're getting some income now, that's great to know, right? Where it deserves. And also builders too, I just said. Builders coming in to solve problems are making money. Investors like myself and others are making money. So I think it's really good for the entire ecosystem. Obviously, everyone is not going to agree on one thing. We see like a lot of backlash from, a certain group out there, but those guys are always bitching, the Bitcoin maxi pads. Nothing new about that.
I got a question maybe for a meme. Oh, sorry. Go.
Go ahead, memes.
Yo, Francis, we're talking about sets names now. We're talking about BRC-20 tokens, and we were talking about the images.
Yeah.
And you and me, we like to give alphas, right?
Yeah.
I think we've seen domains now. We've seen JPEGs. we've seen BRC, the tokens. The next things that we're going to see is applications,
Ah, very well.
decentralized applications.
Very
I
well
know
put.
guys that are working on it, and that that's the next phase. And of course, that's going to be perfect for developers because, yeah, I mean, for BRC-20 tokens, we've seen it. It was easier than ever to deploy a token. And the funny thing is,
Yeah,
it was easy on Ethereum too. But
yeah,
people think
yeah,
it's so hard to create a token. But now it's sort of exposed how easy it is to create a token.
yeah.
And now the next thing we will see is applications. And I think in the next week I have some alpha in the meme Discord. When you have a meme token, you can join. You get the meme holder role, and next week I will have some alpha about an application that is coming to Bitcoin Ordinals.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, let me know before you tell the world, though, so I can do something. I'll
Yeah,
check
we'll
in.
do. Of course.
I like that. I like that. I like alpha chats, and within a community that actually gives alpha. You know what I mean? But I also appreciated that you mentioned that there memes that how easy it is to do this, right? Now, when you look at something like Ethereum, there's smart contracts involves. You need a developer to actually do that for you and curate that smart contract in a way that it governs the project, right? In a hopefully in a decentralized way. But we see a lot of hacks, a lot of bugs, a lot of NFTs being exploited and raided from OpenSea because of it. Right? And a lot of these projects are like, when you compare that to Bitcoin or these ordinals here on Bitcoin, well, anybody could do that with no admin keys, with no smart contracts. You have to worry about it being hacked and all that bullshit. And it's governed by Bitcoin's network, the same network that literally secures Bitcoin. So you cannot get any more impenetrable than that or safer than that. You know what I mean? And like what you said, it's so fast to do. So it has all these things that could do it like pretty much in a few minutes, right? If you wanted to go do this BRC-20 token. I'm talking about the characteristics it has, right? No admin keys, no smart contracts. It's immutable. You can't metadata, all that shit. No, it stays on there. You can't alter anything. No team tokens, all these things, right? It's all fair launch.
And the most important thing, it's on Bitcoin.
Exactly. Dude, that's what hit home with me. When I realized all of this is happening on Bitcoin, bro, it was like, I just got it. It was my aha moment. I'm like, nothing else fucking matters. Everything's here. And to be at the beginning of it as well, to see it grow, bro, it's going to be a really, crazy ride for the better.
Yeah, I got a question from Anna Greens, maybe from both of you. What ordinals do you think will be valuable in the future? What set them apart, like NFT projects, domains, or whatever? What is your perspective for the future?
I gotta. It's up to you, memes. You could go first or me. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, for me personally, it's being first in every how do you call it, scene, or in every category. Yeah. So being first in BRC-20 tokens, of course, is going to be valuable because it ordinals, the word itself, it says it's numbers after each other. So if you are first with a protocol, then you probably gonna have value over the long time. So the first BRC-20 tokens, but also sub 10k or sub 1k ordinals are going to have value. I mean, we are at how many million ordinals now?
Almost
a lot.
Something.
Yeah, and
across 9.
It's in a year maybe it's 100 million or maybe even more.
Yeah.
So if you have an ordinal from the first 10k, then it's going to be valuable. Of course, you can gamble more with new projects or projects that promise you utility or whatever, or maybe brands like the Bored Ape Yuga Lab thing. Of course, that. Now, I don't think that's a gamble, but there are also new projects that are promising you a lot. But if you want safe bets for the future, go for early things. Early .such names or short .such names, early tokens, early applications. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
No, you nailed it, bro. You hit the target right there. I would say like you took the words right out of my mouth. But to piggyback off of that, for me, the way I looked at this was, it's pretty much like real historical value, and I believe too. I agree with that. Anything under 10K in the future is where it's at. You might be able to make a case for something like maybe under 50K too. I don't know. We'll see. But the beautiful thing about this is, if we all agree, or if most of us agree, it's off of first is first, or the new the first ones, not necessarily newer, because you could say the ones that are being minted right now are newer, but the earlier ones are the ones that I think that would retain the most value. And as these inscription numbers goes up, they they have a positive impact, the earlier ones, because of that, because now they're aging, right? And when you're looking at ordinals and NFTs for these historian connoisseurs who likes that kind of stuff, well, that's real history behind it, right? There'll never ever be another sub 10K. This is it. It could only go up from there, so that gives it value right in itself right there.
Yeah, you're saying that we all have to agree that numbers are a thing. But the funny thing about numbers is that it's a number, right? So it's a fact. It's
exactly.
on the chain. It's on chain. Everyone can check. This is first. This transaction is before the other transaction, so it's first.
Exactly.
So we don't even have to agree. It's just a fact that early things are historical.
But my point is this, and I totally agree with you, but my point is this: there's a lot of people out there, who's into NFTs might say, no, bro, it's about the rarity of how the character looks. He has, one guy has the glasses on, then the other NFT character doesn't, right? They're into that shit. So maybe they're looking at that for value and not the actual inscription number. And I think it's a little bit different because you're bringing the Ethereum NFT sort of like, things you go by into Bitcoin Ordinals, which I think is a recipe for disaster for you if that's what you're going off of. I believe it's earlier ones as yourself. Do you agree with that? That Bitcoin Ordinals?
Yeah. I minted the Bitcoin punks, and the funny thing was, you have the rarity thing there, of course, and you've seen the Ordinals .market websites, and I think Ordinals wallet also includes some of the threads now. And the funny thing is, the low inscriptions are worth the most until now. So the market decides that the earlier you are, the more valuable it is.
Exactly. And this is the good thing, right? Memes, you speak just like me, because this is not even our opinion. This is what the market's telling us. Okay, well, let me give them another example for people out there. If I go to ordswap.io, let me share my screen. Okay, ordswap.io, and what are we looking by? Look at this, right? First is first, number 31. This guy wants 16 Bitcoin for that. I think he's going to be sitting there for a long time, though. But, 16 Bitcoin, number 31 inscription, number 70. This guy's been sitting there forever, 6.2. But still, I'm showing you the inscription numbers. So the lower they are, the more valuable they seem to be. And this is what the market's telling us right here. 139, 5 Bitcoin, 122, 1.45, 120, so on and so forth. So again, what memes, right? You guys see that, right? Yeah. So what memes and myself are talking about is not even our opinion. This is literally what the market is reflecting and just staring back at us, telling us. Okay, it's very important to understand that, because I feel a lot of people are coming into that. And look, I love the frogs. The frog project, somebody asked me about it. I said, that's an OG project, bro. Great project. And now we're seeing a lot of the Ethereum people coming in. Oh, shit, this could be the next Bored Ape Yacht Club. But that's good. That's good for the market and landscape overall anyways, because we need to get those guys over here too. If those guys are really, if those guys are really true collectors, I shouldn't have to be able to educate you that much on this. You should already get it after listening to me for like 20 seconds or less. You know what I mean? But I still think there's a barrier to entry and an educational process that needs to take place here with those guys.
Yes, I just have a question from Meme on Bitcoin from Satoshi Flacco. Since there is a collaboration with frogs, will you be doing the frog misprint also?
Sorry, I don't get the question.
I didn't understand that either.
So, a question from Satoshi Flacco. Since there is a collaboration with frogs, will you be doing the frogs misprint also?
Oh, for now, I can. I have to think about that, because they have to verify in my Discord now. and they have to verify as holder of a Bitcoin frog. But I only added a role for the 10K collection, and there is also the Misfit collection, the Naked Frog collection. So I have to think about that. Thanks. I will do. I will think about if they are able to get the spot too.
Cool. I was looking at something here. What do you think about cursed Sub-Zero Ordinals? I don't know. Again, I don't know. If they're a low inscription number, then it might be worth your attention on time. But again, I'm very particular with what I align myself with, whether that's partnerships or investing. But I already explained I like the lower inscription numbers. I don't know what number they are. Look, I think it's going to take a lot out of ordinal projects to be creative. If you are a high inscription number, you better be coming with some good utility or already are connected to a brand and you proved yourself in the past. That's all. You know, if you're coming now and you're brand new, you can still make it, but you know, you need to ask yourself, how could you make yourself stand out or differentiate your project to what's already out there, knowing that you could never be a sub 10,000 or whatever, sub 1,000.
So you have to be first in something new.
It's true. Bro, what do I say, Dev, to everybody? What I say, if you seek value before the rest of the market does and you own it, what they're going to do? Pump your bags. That's the same analogy. Be first. You got to be first. You know, and being first does take a lot of, you know, sometimes guts, a lot of conviction, but this is what it takes to be, you know, ahead of the curve here. And Memes knows how that works. That's for sure. Okay.
More questions?
There was something else. Yeah, why? What's up? You want to cut it?
No, just if you have something else.
No, I was just I was going down the chat though. I thought there was a question, but go ahead, Memes. What you got to say?
I don't have new things for now, I guess.
Oh, cool.
But if you have something.
No, yeah. I was looking for a question. I thought you had something to say. Yeah, my apologies. I will win BRC-20. I think we're good. Dev, any other questions?
No, the main question has been asked.
We'll give you guys 2 more minutes. If you have any other questions, let us know. This is your last chance. We might be cutting it. We went over an hour. We shared with you guys our thoughts. We shared with you guys what we think .sats, what's going to happen there. I think that's the next one to, you know, to reward people. Let's see what happens. Magic Eating appears to, you know, they're going to be opening up a section here for .sats domains. A lot of interest out there. You're seeing a lot of people on Twitter, crypto Twitter. They're just talking about .sats domains right now. You know, like BRCs are still there, but I'm hearing a lot more chit chatter and, you know, crowd whispering and noise of .sats domains. So I think we got to keep our ear to the ground and our eyes in those binoculars to see, you know, what becomes of that market. You know, again, guys, we did show you. Let me just take these graphics off. We did show you these various things. Actually, you know, I do have a video to share with you guys too. So this is what I was talking about when you know, we mentioned about, you know, the BRC-20s, where they're going, or maybe, you know, what we have right now is sufficient, but just take a look at this.
Gathered to discuss the future of Bitcoin and the larger ecosystem, David Marcus, the former president of PayPal, who spent 4 years trying to build out Facebook's failed crypto offering Diem, told me on stage that he had decided to spend the rest of his life building on Bitcoin and the Lightning Network, which allows super fast transactions on Bitcoin. One headwind for adoption, though, the price. Bitcoin is up more than 60% this year, but it's struggled with the larger crypto ecosystem thanks to the wave of bankruptcies and scandals last year. But I chatted with some of the attendees, some of whom spent as much as $20,000 to be here, and they're not too worried. They say Bitcoin's future is looking bright. I literally have a line of people behind me who want to ride this bull. So there are still...
There's a bull there. They want to ride the bull. But I just hate it when, you know, the media will, you know, still trick people with certain shit, like the price is down, oh, it crashed, you know, and then a couple of years later, it goes to do new all-time highs, right? But anyhow, that video clip was from the dude I was mentioning, you know, the DM guy, the Facebook stablecoin guy. He's now did a full 360 and kind of like he's going to Bitcoin, or 180 rather, and he's going to Bitcoin to build there. So that's very special. And there's another clip I wanted to play, Memes. I'm sure you're going to appreciate this, but you know, this was about 3 months ago and people just didn't get it, bro. They just didn't get what this madman was talking about when he was screaming, your ass better get BRC-20s because I guarantee you it will. One of these projects will 100x. And you know what I was showing them, Memes? Check it out. There are an abundant amount of opportunities happening and people are actually making money off of this and it's profitable and we don't want you guys to miss out. And there's one more left right now that you guys can take advantage of and I want to share with you guys. So without further ado, Y'all know the drill. Let's go back that coin. When Cointelegraph starts talking about this, ladies and gentlemen, you know what they say? If you heard the announcement when the news came out or when the announcement was made, chances are your ass is too late. But luckily for you guys, y'all weren't too late because you heard the announcement before the announcement was made in this live stream. If you see what I'm saying, we got tomorrow's newspapers today. I don't say that because it sounds cute. I say that slogan because I've done this time and time again in my crypto career. If you could tap into some sort of value before other people agree that it's valuable, they're gonna pump your bags. Here it is. Look, the last inscriptions. All you see is this. Look at this. Okay, meme mint 1. We're going to actually mint this in bulk. Okay, so do I want 12? Do I want 9? Do I want 43? Right? No, I want motherfucking 100, bro. That's what I want. I don't know about y'all. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know why I wanted motherfucking 100 of them memes in the mint freaking phase. We saw a meme go all the way up to $800, leaving investors and early adopters with a nice, pretty, sitting pretty at 280x. That's correct. I think we're good here. I think we're done. Memes on Bitcoin. Once again, brother, you always have a home. You always have a place here on my channel. And even if that's Twitter Space or on YouTube, I would love to kick it off with you again. So thank you for coming. Francis Dhun on Saylor. Sorry, guys. Memes. I think we got some technical issues with Memes' audio, which is okay. But we will be ending this now. Thank you so much, everybody who joined in the live chat, for asking your questions. Keep it locked, keep it loaded to the Smart Money channel, because you know we got tomorrow's newspapers today. So you know what? Can't really much stuff to say other than, till the next video, your ass is on your own, brah. Later.